Hi, welcome. I'm Pat McGlade, the Faith Community Nurse here at Westside Presbyterian Church, and I welcome you to our noonday prayer. I was really inspired by Mark's noonday prayer on Friday when he was just walking his dog out in nature, and it's a place that I find much comfort and solace in. And so I wanted to take you today on an opportunity to enjoy that same kind of nature in a different way. You will be hearing the sights and sounds of whatever is going on in my neighborhood. The birds hopefully will come through. There will be sounds of people cleaning their yards and cars going by. But most of all, I hope that you'll be able to take this time to really slow down and concentrate and be part of this meditation. So here we go. Let's give it a try, okay? So recently, Richard Rohr, in his concern referencing COVID-19, said this: "Love always means going beyond yourself to others." An interesting phrase in this time when we think about how we are reaching out to others, and that is our connection, but in a whole new way. African-American mystic Howard Thurman understood that this deeply through a connection with nature that provided him kind of a certain overriding immunity against the pains in life. So in his youth, he found solace in the relationship with a tree near his home. And this is what he writes: "Eventually, I discovered the oak. I had a unique relationship with it. I could sit back, my back against its trunk, and feel the same peace that would come to me in my bed at night. I could reach down into the quiet places of my spirit, take out my bruises and my joys, unfold them, and talk about them. I could talk aloud to the oak tree and know that I was understood. It too was part of my reality, like the woods, giving me space." So during this time of social distancing from other humans, it is still possible for us to connect with nature. And there's a practice called ecotherapy, or in Japanese called Shinrin Yoku. And it really is about forest bathing. So it's about healing and walking or resting where there are trees or forests. And today, I suggest that we do it in our own backyards, because that also provides us the opportunity to just be where we are, to be with our family to do it, and to do it safely. I also have a feeling that we will all have a newfound appreciation for the outdoors when this time of sheltering is over. But what I'd like to do now is guide you through Amos Clifford's book called Your Guide to Forest Bathing, and it's just a simple exercise that we will do. So what I'd like to encourage you to do is walk slowly, or as I'm doing, you can sit still and silently notice what is in motion around you. So I have the camera set so maybe you can see the trees a little bit as the breezes blow. You might see them blowing. You might see the birds flying by. Just listen for that and notice the motion that's in the forest. There's always movement, even when things seem perfectly still. Strands of webs drift in the air. Trees move in the breezes. And as I said, the birds fly by. And the squirrels, which you might see here because we have so many, scramble in the branches. Grasses bend, insects climb. Until you become accustomed to it, walking slowly for more than a few minutes is paradoxically stressful. I know. Because the mind and the body are a single entity, and it takes time to slow our bodies that will also calm our mind. But trust me that those two things can happen and will happen together if you give this a try. The eternal movement of the forest gives our mind something to encourage us with and engage. Just as a sitting meditation, our breath is always available. So that's another thing that I would encourage you to do as you're doing this, is to just focus on your breath. I know Liz talked about the 4 square breathing, and that's a beautiful thing to be able to do as you're sitting in nature. Your mind will drift and many other thoughts will come in. And when they do, just gently bring back your attention. Bring it back to the time as you notice this motion. Once again, the breezes are starting up. And then when you find you've automatically sped up, come to a complete stop. Just halt. And it's an opportunity to fully give your attention to know and notice the things that are in motion. And then after a brief pause, you may begin slow walking again, or just noticing again. He recommends that you walk like this for about 15 minutes, which is enough time for your mind to go through several cycles of distraction and calming. So I'd just like to encourage you to do that. See if that's something that you feel open to and enjoy. And when we do have these nice days, that might be a nice way to bring back nature to you. And as we celebrate Earth Day coming up, it's also an opportunity to pay attention to the beautiful earth that we have been given. So, in closing, I would just like to share this brief prayer. Dear Lord, we grieve for what could have been. We grieve for those who are suffering. And we grieve for the lost loved ones. As we continue to live into this new season of our lives, you are with us. And the earth continues to fill us with its resound and hope. Death and resurrection. They're all part of the evolutionary path towards wholeness. I pray that your day is a beautiful day and that you know how much you are loved by your God. Take care.